Okay, once again, for the new folks that haven't done this before, I'm just going to recap it real quick again. We're going to make our way down the pathway here. Those lights there they're shining through is Draigoch. He knows we're here. He's looking for us. We're going to follow Bay. I'm going to put a cheese ball over his head. He's going to lead us through the tunnels. If we die, hopefully we'll be all together so one of our healers can bring us up. This damage that if you do die on the way down, the damage does not affect your armor. It's just annoying. Once we reach it all the way to the bottom, we will set up there where we'll do scrolls and hope and do our buffs. There are 3 phases to this fight. There's the first phase, which is our tank, who in this case is going to be Jezz, and our healer, who's going to be Shaq, are going to be on the top floor fighting the head. The rest of us are going to be in the middle tunnel and the bottom floor fighting the feet of Draigoch. As he puts his claws through the openings, we attack one paw at a time. During this time, it doesn't matter what type of AoEs or single target damage you use. And in phase 2, phase 1 and phase 1 is the same for all of us. For the tank and Mini up top, they're going to tell us what direction the dragon is moving by the way he goes opposite direction. So if he flies to the right, Jezz and Shaki will go to the left. If he flies to the left, then they will go to the right. They will tell us what direction we'll go, and then we'll follow Bay through the tunnels to the next paw that he's going to. In phase 2, it pretty much is the same for us as the group down below, with the exception of he stirs up some coins in the air, which does do some damage, little damage, and you're going to have to watch yourselves because it's hard for the healers to heal you on the run, because we will be moving, and it slows us down a little bit, the coins in the air. For the up top group, the tank and our healer, it changes up there for them in the direction that the dragon is going in phase 2. Now it's switched to whatever paw he lays on the platform, is you go in that same direction. So if he lays his paw flat on his right paw flat, you run to the right. If he lays it left, then you go to the left. Other than that, it's basically the same thing, just in and out. We'll go in as a group on each of the paws. He does have a distributed damage, so we want to make sure we move together. You should only see about 3 dots, with the exception of when we're running to the next paw. While we're fighting him, you should see 3 dots, one for the healer up top, one for Jezz, and then for all of us should be grouped up together. Phase 3 is fought in the center where he falls. After we knock down all 4 paws, he falls to the center, and that is where we're going to fight in the 3rd phase. He'll stand up right there. We're going to stay right there in the center, and we're going to do the same thing. There is a safe spot there. Just follow Bay, the cheese ball, to show you where that safe spot is every time. We're going to go in on his direction, which paw we're going to be attacking. We're going to move in as a group. We're going to fight that paw. We'll get as many paws down as we can before he takes off and flies up to the center. When he does that, we need to go back to the safe spot, because when he's up in the air, he will do a blast of fire down on the gold coins and set half of the room on fire. So I will let Jezz know which direction he's going to be landing. Then Jezz will run out and grab his head. He will keep his head active, and then we'll just move in as a group and take down the paws once again. During this phase 3, there is no AoEs. We only want to activate 1 paw at a time, because we have all 4 there. If you do a group AoE challenge or a group AoE effect on the paws, it will activate more than 1 paw. And actually, I shouldn't even use the word activate, because they are all activated. It just will not draw the paw over to us and do damage to us. So they're all active at that time. So we want to make sure that we don't aggro any more than the paw that we're fighting at a time, because it'll just tear us up and we'll wipe. Once there is the set of fellowships maneuvers that are going to be used to kill this dragon. It really isn't our damage that does it so much. What finally brings the dragon down is a special set of fellowship maneuvers that were made especially for this raid. I will be setting those. The fellowship maneuver side is going to be Kev, me, Bay, Sinel, Pine, and Rothmir, who is Faldarian. I will let us know our positions on that fellowship maneuver when we get down below. You're either going to be hitting a red or a yellow, depending on where you are in the lineup, and I'll let you know that when we get there. If it's your first time in, you're going to be completing several deeds if we do get it done. You will get a level 75 symbol, and you'll get several other deeds and things done. We are doing it on T2 Challenge, which is the 12-man raid. T1 is a 24-man raid. Let's see, what else can I say? There is going to be fire puddles around some of the feet, even when he's in phase 3, so we have to move in very carefully. But we'll determine whether, depending on where the fire is around the feet on the sides, we'll determine whether we're going to go in and hit him with our melee, or still just try and bring him down as far as we can, and then just let him fly to the next position. It's just not worth going in and having a bunch of deaths over it. So if it takes a little longer to do it, I'd rather do that than have a bunch of deaths. That's about it. I will be setting the fellowships at the end. Please wait for me to say, okay, everybody out. We'll need to run back out into the tunnels because the dragon flies up to the center and brings down the roof on himself, and if we're out there with him, it'll kill us as well. Once that's done and the raid is over, there's 4 chests in this raid. I do want to just briefly touch on the loot again. This used to be a ladder raid. We no longer use the ladder system. However, this is still not automatically distributed loot, so I will go around and open each chest one at a time. But if you want the loot, we're going to go to each chest. We're going to do a / roll. So those people that are interested, I'll read off what's in there. The people that are interested in it can roll on whatever pieces they want. As far as the scales go, there's going to be 2 chests that contain scales. It'll either be anywhere from 2 scales to 6 scales in these 2 chests. If people are interested in those scales, on the first chest that has scales in it, we'll do a / roll for those people. If there's only 1 or 2 scales in that chest, the next chest we open that has 1 or 2 or 3 scales in it will automatically give the extra to the one person so they can get a total of 3, because you need 3 to make the cloak. Then we'll go ahead and roll again for anybody that wants to do the next set of scales. I think that's basically all of it in a nutshell. Does anybody have any questions?
Jezz, this is Kaz. For the tank, just so I'm perfectly clear. In phase 1, when he goes, if Draigoch goes to my right, we go left, right?
Correct.
Okay, and then in phase 2, whichever, like if he puts his paw up on the deck on the right-hand side, then we go to the right.
Right. So if I'm Draigoch and you're fighting me, and you're looking at me now, and he flies this way on phase 1, you're going to go the other way, and vice versa. And then if I'm Draigoch in phase 2, of course I can't lay my paw down, but it would be whatever paw, if it's a wave.
Right, so you're on the
he'll
left.
step one way, you run away from the step, and then phase 2, run at the paw.
Right, so if it was my right paw, I'm just waved at you, if it's that paw, then you run that direction. So that would be your left. So if you
You'll get it. You'll get it. We might get toasted a couple times, but you'll get it.
Yeah, just remember in phase 2, in addition to that, you're going to have a bunch of coins flying through the air. So it's going to take you a little longer, as it will us down below, to get to the next opening. So sometimes he's already there by the time you get there. So you want to make sure you grab his head as quickly as you can in phase 2. Because he beat you there. Because those coins slow you down. In phase 3, you'll be jumping down with Shaq. He'll show you how to jump down on the rock and come down to us. I'll let you know when to come down. Don't come down until I say come down. So just in case he doesn't go into phase 3 by some glitch or something, or we're off by a couple of 1,000 points or something, you won't already be jumping down, and then nobody will grab the head up top. All right, let me go ahead and put a cheese ball over Bang. The most important part of this raid is phase 3. It's the hardest. We just have to make sure we make it follow that cheese ball and on his direction go into the paws together. So we do not have the distributed damage, especially with 2 people short. Those that stuff is tough. Those claws will tear you up. So just make sure that we still stay as a group. And I think we should be able to do this just fine. It might take us a try or 2, but we'll get her done. All right.